The next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yeah. San Diego's in the building. 22GYFAY in the motherfucking building. My guy.
What's the deal, man? How you doing?
Welcome to the show.
Hell yeah. I appreciate you having me.
I appreciate you being here. It's kind of cool, man. It's like I feel like a year ago, I didn't even know that San Diego had such a dope ass music scene.
Yeah.
And then in this past year, my eyes have really been opened by obviously artists like yourself, Maru. Shout out Rosencrantz Vic. He's not here in the building, but he's here in New York with us at the moment. It's been kind of dope, kind of keeping up with you guys and seeing you guys really come up and really put on for the city.
Yeah, we got a good roster right now. We got a pretty good roster. People from the city.
Who's the other one that's really
Lil Weirdo?
Weirdo, yep.
Yeah.
Weirdo, yeah. Shout out Lil Weirdo, yeah. Y'all working, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like it's kind of long overdue.
Yeah, for sure, most definitely. I don't know, it's like the city is kind of cut off a little bit, like trying to kind of build that right now. Let me get connections like outside of the city, you know.
What do you mean by cut off?
Like you see the LA music scene, you see like the Bay Area music scene, like it's a lot more like known of, like than I would say San Diego.
Right, like it's more like prevalent in the game type shit.
Yeah, and they're all bigger cities, you know. So it's like it's a lot. Like in San Diego, it's not so much. It's not really any industry people in the city. Like in LA, it's industry people out there, you know.
What is like? Well, I mean, I've been to San Diego before when I was younger. By the way, San Diego's a dope ass city. Like y'all should just go visit. Honestly, like I fuck with San Diego heavy.
Yeah.
What type of industries out there then? Cause that's the one thing I never.
It's not an industry.
I was too young, so
it's all just like people trying to make it still, you know, like or trying to get there, you know, like it's not really like nobody really big out there as like people in LA. Like you know, LA, I got a lot of big people that like. I mean to say y'all forgot we in New York. But,
it's all good.
Yeah, but like it's a lot of big people that came out of LA, you know? Like nobody really big came out of San Diego like that.
Were there like, I mean, I'm sure when you were like, I mean, you're 19 now, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure, but even when you might have been like 10, 11, 12, there were probably like rappers from San Diego, right?
Yeah.
Or was there a music scene like kind of?
I have no idea.
You didn't listen to nobody out there like that?
Nah, not when I was like 10. I listened to a lot of East Coast people when I was around that age.
Really?
Yeah.
Like who?
Chief Keef, Lil Durk, like, you feel me? I listen to ASAP, you know?
So you feel like those were like kind of, I mean, obviously your sound is like West Coast, right?
Yeah.
Mixed with all that other too.
Yeah.
But like you had like a lot of East Coast like influences then.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my sound is me, you know, but like just growing up, I listened to a lot of East Coast stuff, you know? But yeah.
I definitely see that. Because even like when I listened to your music, right? And it was funny because I think like in like the little thing Vic sent me about you, like I highlighted this one line because I just thought it was, man, I'm trying to find it. Because you're like, plans to break out of the traditional West Coast sound and become a mainstream act coming out of the city. Because like even like when I said that, like it's like you have all these influences from everywhere. So you kind of already have like those building blocks that's like needed for like that mainstream success too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
If it's not like you just said, oh, I only listen to X, Y, and Z, whatever, West Coast artists. It's like, nah, your influence kind of comes from everywhere.
I listen to the West Coast for sure, but it's more like homies. You know? Yeah. Not like bigger, like West Coast artists like that, you know?
Yeah, Maru kind of told me like the same thing.
Yeah.
I think he was very much like, yeah, we only really, like, at least for Maru, he was like, oh, yeah, I only really listen to like my people, my friends, like shit like that. Like,
I listen to the homies a lot.
How did you and Maru first meet each other?
Shit, bro, I had like maybe like 2 songs out on like SoundCloud, but I just hit the studio one day. I just made a song, and then I like posted a snippet of it on Instagram. It just kind of like blew up. You know, I started getting hella followers. Like I already knew about Maru, and then I remember he had texted me. He was like, "You hard, bro? Let's lock in." So like, you know, the song I recorded that I posted, he just ended up hopping on it. You know, we had just linked up on the studio. He just hopped on it. And, like, ever since then, like, we just been cool and shit like that.
And that shit went crazy, too.
Yeah. We actually recorded, like, after that, like, we started recording, like, hella songs. But, like, none of them, we never dropped, like, a lot of them.
So you guys pretty much have, like, an album's worth of music, like, that's just unreleased, too.
Yeah, probably. But that was all, like, when I was first starting. So, like, I don't like it, you know? Yeah.
You've grown a lot since then.
Yeah, for sure. But, yeah, I fuck with bro. He cool people, you know? Like, he really put me on, like, a lot of this shit, like, just kind of like learning the game and just like, shit like that. Cause like I was new to it. I didn't even really know nothing, I just knew how to make a song. That's about it.
Right. So how long officially like did you start rapping? How long ago was it?
Like 2 years.
Oh, 2 years. So it hasn't even been that long.
Nah.
What made you want to really like focus on doing music?
When I started seeing the money. Like, cause I'm like, shit.
At
like,
least you honest.
I don't got shit, like, I didn't really, like, have too much, like, going on. Like, I was getting money, but, like, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and then it kind of, like, at a certain point, it just opened my eyes to, like, a point where I'm like, okay, like, I could really do something with this. Like, like, if I got all these people that already, like, listening to my shit, like, cause like when you first start, you don't know like what to expect. Like, oh, are they gonna fuck with me or they not gonna fuck with me? Like,
You put out a video, could have 100 views.
Yeah,
nothing more than
exactly.
that.
I think my first song on SoundCloud did like 50K.
Wow.
And that's when I was like, all right, like, I gotta kind of.
I
gotta at least try it.
now.
I gotta at least try it. Shit, like, it's working.
Right. Has it been like when you did the first song and it hit 50K, right? Because it was 2 years ago, so you were 17?
Yeah.
17?
17,
Yeah.
yeah.
What was like your first, like, what was your reaction to that? Because I'm sure it was like one of those things where it's like, how like now on TikTok, people will post a video on TikTok and they'll wake up the next day, it has like a million streams.
Yeah.
It's probably something like that, but just on SoundCloud, right? Or was it like a steady build up?
It was not like, it happened kind of fast. It did happen kind of fast, but, like my reaction to it, I was like, I didn't even know it was going to hit like 100 views, It was like, it was cool though to seeing it, like it did like kind of like get some like notice to it, like people noticed it, and people fucked with it, but it wasn't no like overnight shit like that,
Yeah.
but probably like a couple months.
But I think it's cool how it's like how you were even kind of like questioning it at first, like doing music, and then like it was just like it was like a sign. It was like, all right, cool. First song, 50K. It's like, oh well, you're too deep in now.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
that's only one song.
Yeah, that was like the only song, and then the shit with me and Maru had kind of just like just blew up. Like we had, like I think Maru had his first show like right after, like maybe like a week after we recorded that. And he was like, hey, I got a show, like, you trying to come? I'm like, yeah, I'm down, like, like, it's his first show and shit like that. And the song wasn't even out yet, and he was, like, performing with me. And I was like, they don't even know the song, like, it's never, like, nobody ever really heard it. He's like, fuck it, they gonna turn up. Like, I'm like, all right, fuck it. We had performed the song, it kind of went up. Like, the crowd, like, they were, like, they were cool. Even though they didn't know, like, anything, like, they didn't know any words of it. But it was cool.
And that was that your first show, too?
Yeah. Yeah, that was my first time performing.
So it was your first. So not only was it like your first show, but it was your first time performing the song.
Yeah.
First show.
And that was like my third song.
Third song.
Yeah.
Like what the? I mean, first song together. My fault. Like first song together.
Yeah,
with Maru. Third song you had out.
Well, that was really like my first real song. Like I actually recorded in like a studio. Because I was just doing like the little like garage band
home
shit.
setup type shit. Yeah. Were you nervous?
Nah.
Come on, man.
Maybe like not nervous. Like of course, like my heart was beating fast, like a little bit, like right before. But like I don't get nervous. Like I'm scared of like like my heart started beating fast. Just like kind of you get a little adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Just shit like that. But not nervous.
But it's funny because like I feel like when you hit that stage, it becomes like a blur at some point too. You just get so entranced in like what you're doing.
It's crazy. Like when you performing, everything's moving so fast. Like it's crazy. Like. Sometimes some sets just be feeling like fast, like they only like 5 minutes long. Like I be going like they're not actually 5 minutes long, you know what I mean? But it be feeling like hella short because everything's just so fast. Like it's cool though.
The 5 minutes turns into like 1 minute. It feels like.
Yeah, for sure.
But you go from that like one show, right, with Maru and whatnot, to obviously now with all the projects and even the Bravo, the Bag Chaser tour, which is fire. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
How'd that tour end up coming about?
It was cool. Like I had some shit going on, so like I kind of started late in the tour, but it was cool. We went, my first one was Arizona, I think.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, Arizona was pretty cool, and then I think we did L.A. The LA one was cool. I thought the venue was gonna be like a lot bigger though. Like it was like I think like 300 people, 500 people.
But those venues also kind of be like the best too, because everybody's so like into that shit.
Like it really wasn't like that packed out. Like
oh, really?
I don't even think it was sold out. But like it was cool though. It's a cool experience,
Oh, Check's on that. Yeah, I forgot Check was on that tour too.
Yeah, it was.
Plus, it's cool like just having like those artists like who have been established
Yeah, who been in the game, you feel
for
me?
a little
Yeah.
bit, like just be like, oh yeah, like come fuck with me on tour.
Yeah, for sure. It's cool. It's cool. It's a cool experience.
You had a favorite stop on the tour?
Those are my only 2 dates, cause when I get back, that's the next date.
Oh, then when you get back from doing this is the next day.
Yeah, yeah.
So what other cities you hitting?
I think I might go to Albuquerque. I forgot what the rest of the dates is, but I'ma miss a couple. I know the San Diego one, that one finna go up. That's on the 12th.
Of course, they got. Well, come on, bro.
That one's finna be crazy.
You know, all your fans gonna be front row for that one. That's gonna be tough.
I remember I opened up for Bravo like a while ago, probably like a year ago in San Diego.
Mhm.
I think it was a year ago yesterday, actually.
Wow, that's
But
crazy.
That shit went up. That shit went up. That shit was cool. I was probably like, Bravo in San Diego, he go up every time. Like, he go up every time. But, yeah, I think I did that, like, a year ago, so I'm kind of excited to see how it's going to be, like, now. Like, with a year difference, like, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to see y'all, I would love to see y'all come out here to perform, too. I know it's, like, easier said than done sometimes, but, like,
Yeah.
because, like, okay, so I just had, like, Rucci here, like, a couple weeks ago. And he
Yeah.
had the show at SOBs with, man, who's the other artist online? I'm blanking, but he had the show at SOBs, and it was funny because me and him was just, like, talking about it. And I even had, like, conversations with, like, it was G Perico, thank you. And I've had, like, conversations with, like, The Boy and, like, Phoenix Flexing about, like, just the East Coast stuff, and we were just talking about like how they were talking about how like how hard it is sometimes to get like shows done on the East Coast, right? Because it's like about building same way that like it's hard for artists out here to do shows on the West Coast. So you gotta like really like reach hard to build that fan base too.
I be hearing like for West Coast artists, is like a lot of people don't go past like Texas for shows. That's what I heard. You know,
Not even like Florida or anything like that. Really? Have you got to perform on this side of the country yet? Oh, damn, man.
One day, hopefully. For me.
Nah, it's definitely gonna happen one day, bro.
I for sure wanna perform out here one day.
I feel like SOBs is just kind of like a rite of passage for everybody out here. Because I remember when Shoreline did it back in, I think it was like 2018, 2017, 2018. You know, even Rucci, because I think Rucci might have
It's
been
a
on
club or it's a venue?
SOBs. So SOBs is like a legendary venue in New York. Would you say it's a club, Calvin? It's like a club too sometimes.
It's supposed to be. It used to be like a separate club where you go see
Yeah.
perform and like have a meal and shit, and they still do that.
Yeah, it's like food, club.
What's the cap? The head cap?
The head cap? Like 250?
Oh, it's not that big.
Yeah, it's not that big, but it's like everybody.
But if it's
performs there.
packed down, then it's lit. Like.
Oh yeah. If it's packed down, it's super lit. Like everybody like has performed there at some point in their career for the most part. Like I said, even Shoreline. Like Shoreline obviously sold that shit out. I think before the pandemic, and their show went up out there. I wasn't there, but I remember a bunch of my friends was out there for that shit. So it's really just about you just gotta get the 250 in the building. You good.
Yeah, for sure.
But I hope to see you out here, man.
Nah,
Especially because of like even talking about like your your East Coast influences, like with Rocky and shit.
Yeah.
I feel like it's bound to happen too.
Yeah, for sure.
And we got the new album out now.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Dope ass project. How you been feeling since you dropped it? How you feel like the reception's been?
It's cool. I feel like it's good. Like every time I drop an album, like everyone, of course, does better, cause like just getting bigger, more time, like just like what's the word for it? Like just getting better too.
Steady growth.
Yeah, growth and shit like that. But I ain't gonna lie, I haven't even really been like checking up on it, like plays and shit like that. But I bet it's doing good.
You have a favorite song on the album?
I did check what the top 2 was. I think it was like Getaway and It's Gonna Be Okay.
Yeah, because it got like the little stars on the top.
I'm
of it
actually
on the side here.
shooting Getaway out here right now.
Oh, fire.
Yeah. And I think I'm gonna shoot It's Gonna Be Okay out here too.
Some New York vibes for
Yeah.
the album.
Yeah, we're gonna do
I
some
fuck with
cool
that.
shit.
Why stay for a little?
I don't know. I feel like this during this tape I actually went through like a lot of shit like in the little amount of time, like cause I really did that tape in like 2 weeks. But like the 3 months it was like getting everything ready, like, and before I even recorded anything off the tape, like I was going through like a lot of shit. It was just like shit back to back to back. Like I cannot get a break with just a lot of shit. Like, so I don't know. I feel like it was a lot. Like it was kind of a deeper tape than like my last couple ones.
Right. Like even the energy felt a little different, and even like the album covers, like know what I'm saying? Like
Cold, huh?
you could kind of, well, yeah. First of all,
Yeah.
the album cover's fire.
Yeah,
First
shout
and
out
foremost,
Coke, shout out Coke.
obviously it's like the most professional looking album cover, 2 out of the ones that you've
Yeah.
dropped. But like you can even tell like there's a different type of energy surrounding this tape.
Yeah.
Was it, like personal stuff you were going through, or
Yeah,
like
yeah, a lot of personal shit, just like friends, family shit, like, you know, shit like that. But mostly personally shit, you know.
have you begun like dealing with like the like people changing up around you?
Yeah, for sure. That shit crazy. Ain't gonna lie, it's crazy. The amount of people that like, not that I've like lost, but like, cause I never really considered that shit a loss, you know. But like, the amount of people that like switched up on me or just did some funny shit, it's like crazy. In the past, like just, you know.
Yeah, 2 years.
Not even 2 years, bro. Like past 6 months, 5 months, 3 months. You know, it's just shit crazy. You know.
How do you personally deal with it? Do you just cut people off, or do you just kind of like keep it pushing? Like,
I mean, I don't really care. Like if I just like notice some funny shit, I'm cool off it, cause I'm not gonna give you like leverage to do anything weirder. You know, like if I send some funny shit, like I'ma address it or I'ma just leave it and just cut you off. Like I might not even say nothing and just cut you off. And just have you wondering, even though you already know, like, you know. But usually I just, you know, I don't really care for real, like, cause like I didn't get here cause of like them, you know, I got here cause of me.
yeah.
Now I know like saying it like that, it's just like I put in hard work for this shit. Like you know, this shit wasn't happening overnight. And a lot of these people I met on the way, like, you know, they wanted to come around like
Later on when it got hot.
yeah.
I understand that. Yeah.
And then some people I met like right at the beginning of this shit, and it's like they gonna have their way and say that I switched up soon as I got like big, but I'm like, I don't consider myself big. Like I'm not even like halfway. Like I'm not even a quarter way. Like I'm still trying to get there, but you know, everybody gonna say like what they wanna say or their perspective on it. But like at the end of the day, you did some weird shit, so it's like I can't fuck with you.
Yeah.
You know.
I think at the end of the day, you really also just kind of have to like look at things and be like, the people who are gonna show their true colors around you, like that's also a blessing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
like,
No, I feel like I really feel like it's a blessing in disguise at the same time, because it's like, okay, you did some weird shit now while I'm like here, rather than like doing some weirder shit when I'm like up here, you know, cause like obviously it's gonna be way worse, like, you know.
yeah. Lessons learned.
Yeah, for sure.
And these are what was I gonna say? Do you feel like, because I remember I had watched like an older interview that you had done, and you were talking about like some like your family not being as accepting with the music before. Do you feel like they're more accepting now that they see like everything going good for you too?
Like I said, it's kind of just like my mom and shit, but like just at first, you know, she was just like kind of weird about it, you know, just like not thinking it's a good career choice. You know, kind of shit like that. You know, I feel like that's how everybody mom kind of be.
Of course.
But you know, she fuck with it now. She be listening to my music.
What's her favorite song? Does she have a favorite song?
She likes Pilot. It's off the first tape.
Okay.
Yeah, she likes Pilot. She fuck with that one. She just like how like I did my voice and like it was kind of like a different vibe and shit like that. But on my pops, he kicked me out like right before the music shit even like started. Like he didn't even know I was doing music for like probably 2 years.
Wow.
Some shit like that. But we had just talked like maybe like 2 months ago. You know, that was like probably the first time I seen him in like 2-3 years. And then I was just kind of telling him everything, you know, shit like that. And then I told him about the music, you know, like what I accomplished, shit like that. You know, I don't know if he like fuck with it or anything like that. He just kind of said he respect me. Feel me? Like he respect that I could like what I'm doing, and that I like, you know, I'm a man now. I pay my own bills, shit like that. You know, I made my own way. I got, you know.
Word. That's fire though, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Like that's tough that like, you know, at least he gave you that like respect too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I also feel like that was damn near like a blessing in disguise too, cause it's not great getting kicked out. Like I went through a lot of shit,
Right.
you know, just trying to figure shit out. Places to sleep and shit like that as well. Like, you know, places to stay, because my mom had moved to Arizona at the time. You know, I stayed with her for like a little bit, but then like the music shit started picking up more, and it's like, okay, if I'm up there, I can't do anything. Like, you know. So I just had to figure shit out down here or in California.
You keep saying down here.
Yeah,
Like,
I keep thinking, man. But you know how to figure shit out. It's like, it's not easy, you know. It's really not easy, like having to like, you gotta really grow up at like a young age. You know, I was already like had a kind of like more grown up mindset, but it's like a lot of people think life is easy, like you know, like, but they never really lived in the real world. Like, you know, like they live with their parents, like getting home cooked meals, coming home to dinner and shit like that. Like, nah, like once you start living on your own, like you gotta do everything yourself. That's why like I never really cared too much when it's like people do weird shit and I gotta cut them out of my life, because it's like at the end of the day, everything I'm doing, like I'm doing it myself.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm the one putting the food on my own plate. Like I'm the one paying the bills. I'm the one who making sure, like, you know, just, you know, shit like that. But yeah, it's a cold world. It's a cold world.
But at least in a way, you also proved them like both. You know, you were like, nah, this music shit is gonna work. You know
Nah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and like I said, you know, I feel like it kind of was a blessing in disguise, just because like I probably would have never been here if I never got kicked out. You know, like I don't even know if I would have ever started music. You know, but or took it this far really.
And continue to take it this far, like even further than this.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you feel like's next for you, right? Because you put out 2 projects this year, right? What's next? What are you working on?
Another one. Going back to back to back to back.
A 3rd one this year.
Yeah. Nah, not this year. This year over.
Okay.
This year over.
Because he going like this. He like throwing the 3s up in the back.
Yeah. Well, because you said 2 this year. I was trying to think if the last one I dropped, because he did the cover for it.
Okay.
The one where it's like the black and white with the teardrops, but it's the lean instead of, That was a really cold one, too.
That was cold.
That was a really cold one. He did that one, too. That was my
fucking
idea.
Up these album covers, they tough.
It was my idea. He brought it to life. But, yeah. I'm working on this other one. It's pretty much done. Like, I just got to get, you know, a couple finishing touches. But I'm going to drop one more beginning of the year, beginning of 2023, and then probably another one in the middle of 2023.
Tough. Yeah, collabs on the way?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I got some shit with R3 and S5 I'm about to do.
Nice.
I don't know if you heard of HBK Jachi.
Yep.
But he coming up in LA right now. He hard.
Vic be putting me on to everybody.
Yeah. I got some shit with them. I'm finna have some shit with them. $sign Young, Still Be Young.
Of course. Yep. Had him on my show back in the pandemic.
Yeah, that should be cool. Shit, that's about it right now. Like that I've actually like just talked to, interacted with. Like, you know, I know like a lot of these people. It's just like with me, like people be trying to like send me opens to like record on, but I'm really bad at that. Like just like recording that shit in the studio. I feel like for like features and shit like that, I need to be in the studio with you. Like I feel like it's almost better too, cause y'all on the same vibe. Like trying to, you feel me? Trying to go off each other vibe and shit like that. I feel like the song just come out 100 times better if y'all in the studio rather than just like, okay, I'll do a hook and then I'll send it to you, just put a verse on it, you know, shit like that. But I'm gonna for sure have some good features on the next one and the one after that.
You and R3 is tough.
Yeah, R3 that shit would be cold.
You and R3.
I haven't done it yet, but
y'all talked about it.
Yeah.
Cause I think there was even one that Vic had mentioned that that I know, Baby Stone. I don't think that happened.
Oh
yet,
yeah,
right?
E-Killer. Yeah, on the tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, E-Killer. Yeah, he cool people. Yeah, Baby Stones, I fuck with them.
Maybe get some more with them down the line too.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm excited for this next project. Like you say, my man got the 3s up in the back.
Yeah.
So it's on the way.
I mean, this one, really, whenever I drop a project, already been like done it.
Done the next one?
So it's like it's old to me. Like, you know, so it's new to y'all, it's old to me. So like by the time the project drop, I'm already over it. I'm already ready for the next one. But probably by the time this next one even drop, I'm probably gonna be over it, you know. But
you're not even gonna want to perform that shit no more. You will be like, man, I'm
nah,
done
I'll
with this shit.
perform it for sure. It's just like I get so tired of the songs, just hearing them and
understand.
this shit, kind of shit like that. I don't know. I think that's just how I be. But I don't really like a lot of like the music that's out. I liked it at the time, like when I made it, I was like cooking it up, shit like that. But like now, I just like I'm over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Well, new projects on the way. Tours going on right now. We're gonna have the freestyle out. That'll be out by the time y'all see this, so go check that out. Before we get out of here, anything else you want to let the people know, where they can follow you, anything else you want to let your fans know you got coming up? Now it's time to do it. This is your camera right over here, my brother.
Hey man, all I gotta say is free hood OGs, man. You know the deal. That's all I gotta say.
Boom. Well, there you have it. Where can they follow you at? Get on your IG.
Oh shit, 22GYFAY, all platforms, Instagram, everything. 22GFAY.
There you go. Make sure you follow 22G. Look, I just got my tongue twisted now, just trying to say it, to try to say it, Graham.
I feel like out here in New York, they gonna hate on me.
Why?
Trying to say I'm trying to be like 22Gs. Or
Oh, like
something.
22Gs?
Yeah, but it's good for me.
All right, this for all my New Yorkers, right? Let's make this very clear, bro. There's 22Gs, right? We all know Tutu, right? And there's 22GYFAY. Got it? Two completely separate artists. San Diego, Brooklyn. You can love them both. You don't gotta hate on them for having even similar names. For both having Tutu in their name. It's all right. All right? PSA. So go follow him. Go show him some love. Go show him some support. Love is free. Support is free. Go run up that freestyle. Till next time, we in the building on the radar. Boom.
Hell yeah.